move on to a quarterback who's won a Super Bowl, Matthew Stafford, Colin. I feel like we have this discussion every year. Is Stafford going to come back? How long is he going to stay? So as of right now, he's very excited about this Rams team. And people are saying, well, maybe Stafford could stay for multiple years. Or does he walk away after winning the Super Bowl at SoFi this year? Here's McVay talking about all things Stafford and the Rams.
That's always the great challenge is you want to make sure that you're maximizing the opportunity you have with him while also not being naive to, hey, I'm hopeful to be with the Rams for a long time. And, he's going to be able to play as long as he's able to, whether that's 1, 2 more, who knows? He might, be one of those guys that plays late into his 40s, and I wouldn't have a problem with that. But those are dialogues and discussions that we have a lot. And it's always figuring out that balance of, continuing to build and take advantage of what a unique player you have while also not being naive to eventually we are not going to have the luxury of having him as our guy.
Well, I think when they made the Trent McDuffie move and had to give up multiple draft picks, they told you, because I thought they would draft a backup quarterback in this draft, but the Trent McDuffie move told you, we're going all in. That tells me Stafford's coming back for 2 more years minimum when the Trent McDuffie move, because if he wasn't, what you would do is you would keep your draft capital, you would build a fortress around Stafford, but build a team ready to move on from Stafford. You're giving up draft capital. You're going to have to pay Stafford a lot. McDuffie is a Super Bowl getter. That to me tells you Stafford's around for years.
Look at those stats on the screen. Stafford aging like fine wine. Then again, in his 20s, he was in the Detroit Lions, one of the most losing organizations in professional sports history. You go to the Rams and McVay, and all of a sudden you're cooking. 7-3 in the playoffs. They have the best team. Super Bowls at SoFi.
Well,
I mean, listen, everything's lining up for the Rams this year.
Look ahead. This is an interesting think piece. Stafford wins a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers, Stafford. Who had the better career? All time, better career.
Go Stafford. Yeah, you go Stafford.
Okay, but I think your opinion, because Aaron didn't start well and hasn't necessarily finished well. Stafford went to a losing organization, but he could end up, if he plays this year and next, he could end up with the last 8 years of his career being Pro Bowl, every single one of them.
Yeah. Well, Aaron Rodgers never got to play with Sean McVay, Puka Nakua. Listen, I've always said this a million times, but I'll say it again because I just made that little one-off comment, so some Rams fans are going to get angry probably. If Matthew Stafford was with Sean McVay for his entire career, I think Matthew Stafford would legitimately be in the GOAT conversation. You would talk about Matthew Stafford in the same way that we talk about Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers even, all that type of stuff. Back in the days when it was just Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, like it would be Matthew Stafford, Drew Brees, etc. So no arguments from there, but again, if we can point out to how Stafford was unable to have the true levels of success in Detroit and then it's drastically different in Los Angeles, yeah, we have to give that same benefit of the doubt to other quarterbacks as well. That's what always annoys me with that conversation. But I talked about this before. I forget when we kind of had this conversation talking about Stafford retiring and whatnot, but it bears repeating, cause McVay now obviously just straight up brought it up, Matthew Stafford could be a guy who plays late into his 40s. I think Stafford definitely wants to. But again, to me it's so interesting because he's obviously a family guy. He's got these beautiful children, beautiful wife, all that. I've said this before, so much of it will depend on how much his family wants him to continue to play. Right? How supportive is his wife and all of that in that pursuit? He said this and I really believe him. I really believe him. He's like, my girls love that I'm still playing football. They love it. They get all into it. They get all dressed up. He goes I really wouldn't want to play if they didn't feel that way. And I totally see that. I totally see that. If his little girls, his daughters weren't as engaged with it all and weren't all excited that daddy's playing football and this or that, daddy has a game, tomorrow or something. Right? If they were why do you have to play tomorrow, daddy? Can't we do this? Can't we do that? Like that will eat at you. That will absolutely positively eat at you. But the fact that they're all into it and they're all excited and it becomes part of like obviously what their family's going to do on through the weekend and on to Sunday and Monday, like it just feels like you're doing it as a family. It does. You're going to feel so much more engaged and you're not going to feel guilty or bad about it. Like you're not like again, like it hurts your soul. I just know little things like with my niece and nephew when it was time for me to like leave, you know, my family's house be like, okay, I got to go. And they'd be like, no. Can't you just stay here? And it was just like, I wish I could, but I can't. I don't live here. I got to go. Let alone when it's your daughters and you know, and then something like playing football. So I think that is a legitimate variable. Is it when you especially have as big of a family as he has with all the children that he has and whatnot? Like that is a legitimate variable that we could pretend, oh, it doesn't matter. You just kind of put that to the side. Like no, I don't believe that. And he's the one that brought it up. And the way he said it, I take, you know, I feel like I'm a pretty good judge of knowing when someone's just kind of saying nonsense cause that also sounds good too, right? Well, if my daughters didn't like it, then I wouldn't keep playing. And it's like, yeah, that sounds nice to say, but like when he said it, I'm like, okay, I believe it. I believe what you're saying there. And then again, we just don't know the conversations that he has with his wife either. His wife could be like, it's time to stop. Come on. The girls are getting older. This is our peak time with them, etc. etc. I don't know. Or if she could be 100% like, you love it, keep playing and you know, you only get one shot at this. Once it's over, it's over. Do it till the wheels fall off. Like you know, you just don't really know. You really don't. So the reason why I'm emphasizing this is because things can change so quickly. Things can change so quickly. Especially cause right now, it's been awesome in LA. They've been great. Stafford winning the MVP, Super Bowl contender. Like everything is great, relatively healthy. The moment he's a little bit more banged up. The moment like he legitimately is like, oh man, his back is hurting and now he's gone for a couple weeks, you know, like that's when those conversations would be like, do I really keep doing this? Is it worth like the conversation just that it changes? It takes a dip. So there's just I think it's pretty unpredictable. I could see him winning a Super Bowl this year and just retiring and be like, okay, it's over. I could see him winning and being like, I still feel great. I still feel healthy. Everyone's all excited. My family's all into it. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm doing it. I'm going to play until I am 45. And the next year he gets banged up and he goes, this will be my last year. Right? Like it's just life happens fast, man. Life happens fast. And so I think it's really fundamentally incredibly unpredictable. But I mean right now, if you're someone like Matthew Stafford who obviously just sleeps dreams football, he's in, snorts, football paradise right now. I mean like he has it all. It is football utopia. He's got the great coach. He's got the great offense. He's got the weapons. He's got a great defense. Like he's got it all. He's in LA, LA's awesome. California's awesome. Southern California's awesome. He's got all the money. He's got the Super Bowl. He's got the MVP. Like there's no true pressure. There's no one more box he needs to check off, etc. etc. None of that. He's got it all. He's got the family. He's not chasing anything and he's not running away from anything. Like that's a pretty awesome place to be in. He's not chasing anything and he's not running away from anything. And he is in Southern California playing for an unbelievable coach and an unbelievable franchise with an unbelievable roster. What more could you ask for? What more could you possibly ask for? It's not like he's in a random city in a random town in the middle of nowhere. It's not like he hasn't won a Super Bowl yet or he's trying to win that MVP or there's that none of that. He's got it all. He's in an awesome place. So as long as he is still healthy, as long as his family still is into it, as long as his little girls are still kind of like, Daddy has a game tomorrow, I can't wait. As long as that energy is all still there, yeah, of course. I see no reason why he'd end, why he'd retire. None. But I just want to emphasize one last time that can change in a snap of the fingers. That can change in a snap of the fingers. And I'd love to be able to see the conversations that he's having like with his wife and whatnot and his like actual friends. Like not football friends. He people who he's just sitting down with his wife and kids and their kids are playing with their kids and they're just at the table eating food and it's a random Thursday night during the Friday night cause I guess other people actually have work. Friday night during the summer, right? Like before things really pick up steam. Like I'd love to know those types of conversations that he's having. Right? When he's really just thinking about like, what do I want to do? Where am I at with my career, my health, my body? When do I hang it up? I'd love to see those conversations. Cause those conversations are going to be different than the conversations that he's even having with Sean McVay. Or that he's having with other players. Like it's just I think it's just different. But I hope he keeps playing. Cause it's just awesome to watch. And he's obviously elite. He's obviously special. To me, he's an all-time great talent. And this is what happened last year. And this is why I take issue with that conversation, but I'll end here cause I won't go on a whole extended rant like Colin said this. He goes, oh. He said this when they were like going into the playoffs around the playoffs. He goes, if he wins a Super Bowl, he's better than Aaron Rodgers. And I'm just like you either think he's better than Aaron Rodgers now or not. It doesn't matter if he wins a Super Bowl. Doesn't matter whether he wins a Super Bowl again or not or whether he wins the MVP or not. Cause Drake may easily could have ended up winning that MVP. Does that mean that Matthew Stafford didn't have an MVP season? Of course not. Of course not. But also, Aaron Rodgers has a million MVPs. And despite you really wanting to say he was with Mike McCarthy, who's not Sean McVay. And so it's just like you either think he's better or he's not. And so you don't have to be like, oh, Matthew Stafford has to win even more, do this, that to prove that he's that. No, you either think he's better than him or not. There's this at this point is all kind of gravy. Like does Stafford have to have another season at this point of his career where he throws for like 40-some touchdowns, MVP candidate, wins a Super Bowl? Like I find that silly, personally. Because I do give him the benefit of the doubt for his career in his 20s with the Detroit Lions. And he is what I use as an example for like why coaching matters, why team matters, etc. 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 And I love using Stafford as an example for that because of how great Stafford is. And yet, it still matters tremendously. Your roster, your coach, etc. That's why he is in football utopia. He is in the ultimate football paradise. You can't ask, snorts, for better spot. You just can't. Aaron Rodgers was with the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. What are we talking about right now? And that's why one like Stafford can just keep playing as long as his health holds up. So. I'll be interested to see. But they certainly have all the momentum. All the momentum. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Matthew Stafford and the Pittsburgh Steelers is what I was about to say. Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams. Do you actually realistically see him playing into his 40s? Late into his 40s, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. But let me know your thoughts. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get into some discussions. Let's get into some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. Please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here. And I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.